What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's just jump right in. You know how we do. NBA Media Day. It's a good day today for NBA fans. Seeing all the teams, reporting in for the start of the NBA season, basically. What are some of the things that stood out to you on this NBA Media Day? I asked myself the question, what are some of the things that stood out? And some of the things that stood out to me, for me personally, comment below, what are things that stood out for you and your teams that you follow. But what stood out for me was, of course, Damian Lillard, how he just looked so calm and ready to just get to work in Milwaukee, teaming up with Giannis and seeing what they can accomplish with that team. Man, it looks on paper, it looks like it's going to be a good team. And then when you start to mix in, the demeanor that Dame brings, which is similar to Giannis. When you listen to Giannis and you see how Giannis is and how he's just straight about winning, it reminds you of Dame. It seems like a good match made in heaven, a good pairing rather, that these guys should succeed together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Dame deserves to have another teammate like this. Not that none of the other teammates he had wasn't worth it. They were plenty good, plenty worth it. But he definitely deserves to play with someone as good or better than him, so we can see that other dimension to Dame's game that makes him, that separates him from everybody else. Dame, yes, he is the Dame we've seen, dropping 71, 60, whatever. That's Dame. You know what I'm saying? That's Logo Lillard. No, don't get it twisted. But he also has some other nuances to his game, other dimensions to his game that he hasn't been able to show. But now we get to see it. So that's going to be exciting to see, and him saying about playing defense. I mentioned at the beginning of last season, you can go check back in my videos. I mentioned at the beginning of last season, as soon as the season started, those first few games, Dame was playing exceptional defense. I mean, he was putting forth a lot of effort. But as he said, once he realized that he was still going to have such a high output on the offensive end, that didn't last long. He had to taper that off and maintain the majority of his efforts for the offensive end, not having the trust that he may have needed to have in Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, and those guys, Nurkic. So that was why we didn't really get to see, one of the reasons we didn't get to see Dame playing that type of defense all season long, and why we didn't, get to hear people talking about it or giving him praise for it. You know what I'm saying? Or giving him compliments, I should say, rather, for playing that type of defense. Something we haven't seen from Dame over the long term of his career. It was good to see him do that. So hearing him say that he was going to do that more, I mean, I really don't have no issues either way. Dame, you at this point in his career, you pretty much know what you're going to get in Damian Lillard. You know what you're going to get. And him being able to play with Giannis and Chris Middleton, we'll see if that allows him to put forth more efforts on the defensive end. But if not, there's some good guys that they have on the wing and on the back end there with Giannis and Brook Lopez that can, really help out and redirect things from that end of the floor also. Also, some things that stood out, of course, was the Portland Trail Blazers, their media day press conference. Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons and those guys. DeAndre Ayton, I almost said DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Ayton, he really stood out. It was business as usual for the other guys. They seemed really happy to get back, be ready for this, to get things started. You know what I'm saying? To see what they can accomplish, to see what they can do, to see what this team is going to look like. As far as DeAndre Ayton, I still saw some reservations in his face. And it was only probably anxiety as far as understanding now that with this team, the focus will be on him as far as the spotlight. Now, I don't mean the focus is in 90% of the possessions have to go through DeAndre. That's definitely not what I mean, and I hope we don't see that. But nonetheless, as far as the spotlight's concerned, he's probably the superstar, the biggest superstar right now, biggest star right now on this team. Maybe outside of Jeremy Grant, maybe, but he's probably a bigger name than Jeremy Grant. So the spotlight's going to be on him and how he plays. This is an opportunity for him to start fresh, like he said. So some of that anxiety, it could have just been calm. He could have just been, that's just how he looks, I'm just chilling, man, But I didn't really see a lot of excitement. So I take that as far as maybe being some anxiety, understanding that the expectations are pretty high. The spotlight will really be on him. He can't hide behind Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, any of those guys anymore. He's going to be right there. He's going to have to play a certain way, and he's going to have to be able to handle whatever criticism comes with that. He's going to have to put forth a certain type of effort every single night on the floor on both ends, especially on the defensive end, playing for Coach Billups. And that's something that's going to be, highly expected out of him. So looking forward to seeing how he responds to that and understanding that might be his main role. And then, of course, the versatility that he's able to bring on the offensive end. How is he able to capitalize and build on that and maybe even widen that a little bit, show even more and become even better at spreading the floor, stretching the floor, playmaking, using his vision on the double team, creating a double team. Let's see if he can be that kind of player. I'm not expecting him to be Joel Embiid or to be Nikola Jokic, but I'm definitely expecting him to have a nice impact, a significant impact, game in and game out. Now that moves on to the last few things that kind of stood out to me was, of course, Jimmy Butler. What in the world? What's going on with Jimmy Butler, y'all? Help me out, man. We not even. Do you, Jimmy? Do you, man? You know what I'm saying? We saw you last year. I don't know if you're trolling. I don't know, but hey, it's do you, man? Wish you the best, man. And of course, since I'm bring up Jimmy, got to bring up Derek White. Shout out to Derek White. You know what I'm saying? See you zone, Derek White. Sporting the new look. Hopefully that works out. We all can't, and I do. Everybody can't sport or rock the Dame drops, the Suge Knight, the common sense. We all rock that and rock it well, but everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Derek White, the D-Dub, man. But yeah, so it's always exciting to see Media Day, man, and all the little things that stand out. The new players on each team, man, the new coaches, the new direction, all of those things, man. See how excited or how burdened, what I'm saying, some of the players might look or be, looking forward to this season. Everybody seems to look excited. You can see the pressure already with teams like Chicago, Lonzo, still working through that injury. You can kind of already see certain things, Miami not getting Dame. Are they still, one of the teams to beat for that Eastern Conference? It's just a lot of those questions will be answered or begin to be answered. Denver Nuggets look very relaxed, at ease. Probably could be still chilling and partying, celebrating that championship. You ain't even tripping, but, I'm sure they're ready to start the season, get right back at it. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot of questions that's going to be answered real soon. Phoenix Suns, what are they going to look like? How are they going to mesh? Chris Paul with the Golden State Warriors. My goodness, this is a lot. It's going to be a lot. We're not going to go over everything right now, but it's just going to be a lot to look forward to, man. So good to see this Media Day, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.